Cycling it's a family sport. My dad was the one who got my brother and sister into riding and racing. And I'm not really, I think it's kind of the freedom of riding. You know, even when I was younger, I really enjoyed just going out by myself and seeing the world by myself. And you can see so much more too. I think that's one of the reasons I chose road racing instead of track racing when I was younger, because I had a lot of people trying to push me to race the track. And I didn't want to, because I didn't want to be stuck inside riding around in circles. I wanted to be outdoors, seeing the world. California is so dear to my heart. I mean, it's where I'm from, it's where I was born and raised. And I miss it every day. But I mean, unfortunately, the race isn't coming down close to where I live, but I still consider it home soil. It's such a versatile state. We have everything. We have the coast, the oceans and the beaches, and we have the mountains and the desert, and anything you want to do, you can do it there. And the people are welcoming, and the diversity of the people is incredible. Like, you have every person of every, you know, race, religion, creed, whatever, is there. The race specifically it's so important for women's cycling. It's such a huge platform for us to show that we can race just as hard as the men. Personally, I would like to win a stage there. You know, I think there's 2 flat sprint stages and 1 mountain stage. Not saying I don't have confidence in myself, but I doubt I'll be the one crossing the finish line first in Tahoe. But yeah, definitely in Elk Grove or Sacramento, I'd like to have a shot at winning. I was working on my sprint this past winter, and I've won a sprint this year already and been up there with the best sprinters in the world. So I think I can nail 1 at least. I feel so proud of myself for what I've done this spring. You know, I worked really, really hard in the winter, and I've been quite motivated from the past 2 years because they were really unsuccessful for me. I mean, I learned a lot about myself and I learned a lot about bike racing, but as far as results, I really had nothing. And that kind of starts to wear on you when, like, you've dedicated your whole life to this one thing and you just can't seem to get anything out of it. So yeah, I worked really hard in the winter, and team camp came around. We had a late team camp in early February, and I was going really good, and I think everyone on the team was pretty surprised, and I was kind of surprised with myself too. And then once the season started, I just, you know, I had 1 good result, and then it's kind of just carried me through the spring. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how it's gone. That first good result at New Spot really gave me the confidence that I had been lacking the past 2 years. And then, you know, I had Drenthe. That was pretty off on Westerveld. It was really funny with that race because I had all these things going wrong in travel that, like, I almost missed my flight multiple times. And I was like, what is keeping me from getting to this race? I will get there. And then I got there and I won, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then also Drenthe that was amazing. That was my automatic for the World Championships this year too. My first goal is nationals. It would mean a lot to me to wear my nation's colors for a year if I could secure the win there in the road race. My second goal is to be successful at Worlds, whether that's playing a support role or whether my form is good enough to be a leader. And I've seen the course already, so I know how hard it is. So I think training goals will be just to do the training that I need to be able to be good in that kind of race, because it's so hard. And you know, the climb on the circuit is 8K long. It's going to be like 25 minutes every time we go up it. So that's really hard. It's a really hard course. But also, I think, honestly, every race that I do is a goal. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, they go into every race to win, but this spring has been so successful for me, and like I get into every race and I find it's finally clicked for me this year. Like I get into a race and I'm focused and I can always find that zone. So every race that I do, I want to find that zone and I want to do my very best. Like Amstel a couple days ago, I wasn't supposed to be a lead rider, but I felt so good and I was so focused and I made that break. And yeah, I didn't have it in the end to win, but I killed myself and I had nothing left at the end. So yeah, I mean, pretty much every race is a goal.